Did you end up watching any of the college football playoffs yesterday?
I watched a little bit of the Washington Texas game, maybe like a quarter, but I watched the whole of the Rose Bowl.
Dude, I always loved the Rose Bowl. Like, there's something about it. It's kind of like the Masters for me, where like even if I don't, I mean, I don't care about golf, but there's something about just that the history
The
and the
yeah, no,
feeling
the
of the event.
aura,
Yeah.
yeah, like it just has a very cool vibe. I
Mhm.
liked it a lot. I always liked the Rose Bowl. I
Mhm.
One of the most memorable ones in recent memory for me was the Ohio State versus Utah one,
Was that
where
last year?
that was. I don't think it was last year. I think it was the year before,
Mhm.
and that was the one where oh god damn it! Why can't I remember? Jackson Smith and Jigba had like 347 receiving yards. It was fucking insane.
Ugh.
It was a really fun game, and Utah was competitive as well. Like they were going back and forth the whole game.
I'll have to look. I'm gonna look that up right now. That was 2022. Yeah. Was
Yeah.
that had to have been the No, that wasn't the playoffs, was it? That was just
No,
a
they
Rose
missed the
Bowl.
playoffs.
Okay.
That's so they were playing in the Rose Bowl.
I hate that like the Rose Bowl is like it should be its own game. Like you can play the playoff in the stadium, but like the Rose Bowl shouldn't be like a playoff. And I know they switch them out, but like the Rose Bowl should get to be its own big thing that teams play in every year, you
It
know?
well almost always is. It's just this year because the way the new year happened, it fell on a Sunday. That's
Hmm.
NFL day. They're not going to put the Rose Bowl on. They're not going to put on the college football playoff when there's NFL football all day. So they
Hmm.
pushed it back, and then it ended up being the Rose Bowl instead.
I know. The
But
whole
normally those games happen on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
That's normally when those playoff games happen, and
Yeah,
then the
because
Rose Bowl is the next day.
last year's awesome because Ohio State lost as the New Year rang in,
Yeah, it was
which
very
is
cool.
which is fucking sick.
It was
Uh,
fabulous.
one of the best like sports moments I think I'll ever have is watching Ohio State in the bar, literally as the ball dropped, I think, or just
Yeah,
about. It was awesome. And I was with all my friends. We were at the bar at school.
that was
Um,
a fun game. Yeah,
that was a really fun game. Um, I think yeah, Georgia won that one. That was against Georgia.
yeah, that was Georgia. Yep.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I just the whole bowl thing is always so weird. It's always so confusing and stupid. I'm happy that this is the last year they're only doing four teams also. I think it's gonna be a lot more fun
Yeah.
with 12, even though there's definitely gonna be some clunkers, in
Oh
there.
yeah, but who fucking cares? Dude, the way that the playoff teams are selected right now is so
Awful.
fucking stupid. It's
Yeah.
horrible. How the fuck did Georgia not make the playoffs? Like,
Well, how
I
Georgia
get
didn't
it.
make
I
the
know
playoff.
Alabama, oh, they beat them, but like, dude, what the fuck?
Well, the bullshit part,
Georgia should absolutely be in that fucking in the playoff.
Georgia ended up demolishing them, but Florida State I thought should have made it because they literally went
Yeah.
undefeated.
Well,
Uh,
yeah, no, Florida State was great. It's just Jordan Travis got injured. He was a
yeah,
quarterback. He was the fucking whole offense basically. So they
yeah.
would suck cock if they got put in the fucking playoff. They get
Yeah,
demolished. They'd have no
dude.
shot.
At least they weren't fucking Liberty who just played against fake teams all year and then got demolished by Oregon.
Yeah, that was fucking stupid.
Oh,
All
I
these
loved it.
bowls are
Fuck Liberty. Yeah, I
the
mean,
Cheez It Bowl. Didn't Iowa get their ass blasted as
oh,
well
dude,
in a bowl
they
game?
haven't scored a point since November, which is awesome. And they're not going to score a point until fucking September 2024 if they're lucky. Which
God
they
damn.
I think they're Kirk's son Brian, who is the OC, I think he's done. Like he officially resigned or whatever. Because he said he was going to do it after if they didn't score like 25 points a game. And then like halfway through the season he was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna quit at
I
the end
gotta
of
get
the
out of
year."
here. Dude,
Yeah,
Iowa OC, just taking that job, you must know that you're like a dead man walking.
oh
There's
yeah.
no way you're going to be able to get 25 points out of Iowa.
It's just so funny, dude, because they're
Dude,
for forever it was that their defense was really good and that their offense was bad. And then the last few
yeah.
years, it's been like the defense is even better. Like there's guys on
Yeah,
that
they're
fucking
generational. They're
yeah,
insane.
yeah, and then their offense is the fucking worst you've ever seen. Like their defense is full, like was full of guys that like probably will get drafted this year. Like Cooper DeJean is probably going
Yeah.
to get drafted high 20s, top 20 picks this year in the draft.
Oh, but dude, Iowa is even more allergic to scoring points than the Chicago Bears. Like that says something. It's like they're so pathetic on
Oh,
offense.
dude. Yeah, I mean, they had a guy. So Deacon Hill was their was
This
starting
guy's fucking
quarterback.
name.
Deacon Hill. He sounds like a fucking
I
pastor
know.
every time I say it. But they showed his stats, and this was before he started throwing the ball. But they showed his stats, and I think he had a 49.4 completion percentage, 5 touchdowns and 6 interceptions in like 8 games.
That's
Um, so he's
atrocious.
also
That's like those are Tim Tebow NFL numbers. Like
yeah,
that's what that
yeah.
is. That's really bad.
He also looks like an offensive lineman if you look at a picture of him.
Yeah, bro, you gotta put down the Big Macs.
You gotta
You're
there
not
were
the hefty lefty, bro. You
yeah.
no,
He like
you
oh he
cannot
was
pull this off.
must have been a transfer.
He's a
Um
badger.
Badger. Oh, he's wearing a fucking do you see that Superman necklace right there? God
Oh yeah, he's
fucking
definitely
asshole.
Superman.
No, like my thing is if you are gonna look like you eat Big Macs, eat more so you can get an offensive line job, bro. That's your
Yeah,
only chance. So I'm gonna try and find his stats because his stats are always he had like a passer rating of 6 one time, I think, in a game,
it's pretty good.
which is amazing.
Passer rating of 6.
Yeah, that's some Rex
Six
Grossman.
three 258.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
solid boy.
yeah.
And you know he's playing at 275. You
Oh
know there's
yeah,
no way he's less than 275
no,
when he's
this
playing.
man's
He's
easily 300.
275, 280 when
Yeah,
he's fucking playing.
yeah. That's when he's like dehydrated. He's 280, but or whatever, like on his deathbed from being sick. But yeah, so
Yeah.
38.9%, 56 yards passing,
Jesus fucking Christ. These
and
are
two
hideous
interceptions.
numbers.
Yeah,
What's his best completion percent? It was 65% was his best.
yeah,
No, 66.7, sorry.
yeah. But
Versus Western Michigan.
that was for 30 yards. So that
He
was
had
three.
3 attempts. He literally that is what he had literally 3 attempts.
Yeah,
Two
literally.
for three for you.
Yeah,
One for two. There is a game in which he threw 2 goddamn passes.
mhm. Literally, I think he came in for somebody that like I think these games at Western or versus Western at Penn State, I think he came in for Cade
They
McNamara.
got their ass blasted in that game. Oh,
Yeah,
and 31.
yeah, the Penn State, which I think they were like pretty close in ranking, maybe. Or
That is
that was supposed to be a
hideous.
pretty big game. What was funny, dude? A couple of years ago, Iowa was like the third or second ranked team in the country at one point in
That's
2021,
just
and then they lost to like
preposterous.
fucking Purdue or something like that. Um, I gotta look it up. It was a really funny season from them because they went to the same bowl actually. They went to the Citrus Bowl, I believe, in this year. Yeah, they beat number 4 Penn State, and
Nice.
they went up to number 3. So, number 5 Hawkeyes, number 3 Hawkeyes. Then they lost 24-7. They were number 2 to the Boilermakers and dropped all the way to 9, and then dropped to 22. It's like it is funny. That's why I have such an affinity for that team because like they just remind me of the Bears. Also, here's a video of Jim Harbaugh's dad.
That's incredible.
He
He
literally is
does
just
like he's a spitting image.
spitting image. Like, look at that.
That is
Like
wild.
that dude looks fucking great for 84, dude. My
Oh my
grandpa
god, he looks unreal.
yeah, my grandpa does not look like that, and he's 85. Like this dude looks like he's 65, 70,
Yeah,
which
no,
I know is not a big difference, but
he looks phenomenal. I
yeah.
mean, Jim Harbaugh looks great, and he's almost 60 years old.
I think he is 60 actually. I think he
Yeah,
just turned
like
60.
he looks good.
I know I just looked up today. I didn't know who was older between him and
He's the younger
John.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I always thought he was the older one, but nope, he's the younger one.
no,
So
he's younger
weird.
by like a year. Jim Harbaugh's birthday is actually on the 23rd of December. So happy
Oh, really?
Festivus. Yeah.
Okay, happy he's a Festivus boy. He's got a nice glass of milk.
Oh, I'm sure yeah, dude, that's
He's
his
got a
thing, right?
weird affinity for
Yeah.
milk.
I can't because he's from Ohio, so he's from the Midwest. So, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
that's that's got to be a Midwest thing. This is one of my weird things, but when I make specifically frozen pizza, and I'm just eating it at home by myself, I do like a nice glass of milk with it. I don't know why, but it's only frozen pizza
You
and
just
it's
want to dairy overload.
I don't know. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like I had that one day and that was all we had and it just started like this. something about the hormones that were running through me at this time or
Yeah,
whatever. But
I don't
like
know.
a nice glass of milk and a pizza and some ranch, like, and it's frozen pizza. If I get a pizza from Domino's or whatever, I'm not touching milk. I don't want that shit. I
No.
want like a Coke or
There's little
something.
Totina wants some milk.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just want some
but
milk in
dude,
my life.
I used to drink milk a ton when I was a kid. I fucking loved it. I would drink it, guzzle it by the gallon.
Hmm.
Now I cannot drink it. I think it's just disgusting. I don't know what switch flipped in my brain, but at
Yeah.
some point when I was like, probably maybe like becoming a teen, I was just like, this is foul. I cannot drink this anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
I think about that too. I don't know. I still will get it from time to time, but I don't drink it as much as I used to, for sure. I drink it all the time as a kid. I thought it was awesome. It was like I
Yeah,
loved
it was the
sharing.
best.
But now, I mean, I grew up drinking skim milk, so I don't know what you
I
had,
I
or
think
like
I was drinking
2%.
like 2%, I
Yeah,
think was my go-to.
yeah. So it's like it's a great thing to wash stuff down with. I think that's really like why I like, cookies, pizza, stuff
Yeah.
like that. But
All
yeah,
the fat fuck
uh,
holy grails.
oh dude, my favorite. But yeah, I stopped drinking it probably like halfway through high school pretty regularly, and my mom would get like, little. It was one of those things. My mom would get, um, like the little gallons or like the little
Yeah,
quarts of milk
smaller
or whatever it is.
quart.
Yeah, she would get those, and I would drink that in a day, and then she would get the gallon, and I wouldn't touch it. Like I wouldn't finish it,
Yeah.
and it would get expired or whatever. And like milk is
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh,
there's always the
nothing
joke
like
about the
curdled
price.
fucking milk. So
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah, it's like it's nice to have sometimes because like you can use milk a lot for things, cooking wise.
Yeah.
But I never. My roommate actually just had a gallon of milk. I don't know if he ever finished it or what happened to it, but he had not a gallon, he had like a quart of milk, but he's from Wisconsin, so he probably
He's
really
the dairy
enjoys.
boy.
He probably enjoys it.
He's
Because
got those signature Wisconsin dairy hips.
uh, dude, and the undercooking in the meat is always a signature
Just
too.
revolting. I don't know what those fucking fools are doing up there.
Well, this is the first time that we've recorded since like the holiday, so I assume that they
It
all
is.
got fucking meat poisoning from their holiday
Oh no, their
cannibal
systems are totally used to it.
cannibal
They're fine.
sandwiches. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I don't know. Wisconsin's such a you and I went to
I
Madison.
know. Our
It was such a
Wisconsin
weird
tour.
time.
From
We should
where
go
my
back.
family hails. The great state of Wisconsin. Well, my
I mean,
dad's side.
yeah, Madison's great. I love Madison. Madison's like
It was
a
a great
lovely
city.
town. Yeah, lovely, lovely town. Like we went and got some food and saw a really good comic. Shout out Sam Morrill, Cumboy.
Yeah. I'm sure
But
he'd love that to be credited as
yeah,
such. Comboy.
dude, he even stopped doing his podcast with Stav, like the Pod Don't Lie NBA thing, because I think the Cumtown like connection was too strong, honestly.
Fractured the
Yeah,
relationship.
dude,
Oh no.
Stav is like getting like he's like mainstream now, like
He
almost.
is totally
He
mainstream
was like
now.
on the Rich Eisen show. The Ravens just posted a video of him at the
It's
game.
fucking insane. Yeah.
It is
And
somebody
he's
said,
so disgusting to look at. It's
oh
incredible how mainstream he has become.
yeah, I mean like it's
That's
one
his
of those
appeal.
things.
He will never be able to lose weight because it's so his image.
Oh
It's just being fat as shit.
yeah,
Like
having like
it's
fucked up teeth and no hair.
yeah, just being hideous. Be trying intentionally trying to be as gross as possible.
Oh well,
That's what he's doing.
he sells those calendars of him naked,
Oh yeah.
which I don't know. I don't know who's fucking buying that. I hope it's not.
I it's I
I don't. I
who
legit women. I don't know. Like I don't
who
know.
is buying that?
What's like it's got to be gay
Does
guys,
yeah, but
right?
like are gay usually gay guys kind of have standards.
Yeah.
You know,
Just
they're
Adam
generally in
Friedland.
better shape than the
Yeah.
rest of us.
Yeah. It's just Adam Friedland over and over again.
Yeah. Probably Adams just has a fucking closet filled with
Yeah.
them.
Oh my God. It's just so funny. Like somebody said that it's like the most like easy to predict cancellation ever for Stav because he was on a show called Come Town that was racist,
Yeah, there's
you know.
like, dude, when is it gonna come out? Like he
Oh
was
my God.
in the throes of pure degeneracy and still is.
Oh yeah.
But like He was on fucking Comtown. He was like
He's on a racist
snorting
podcast.
cocaine on
Yeah,
the
dude.
podcast.
Yeah, there's clips you can hear them snorting on the show.
Like, there's no way he is not like. I don't want to just allege anything, but come on.
Nah, dude.
You're telling me there's no sexual impropriety in that man's past? None, zero.
I don't know, dude.
Really,
Yeah,
really. The way he looks and
yeah.
acts, there's zero
The way he talks
sexual
about women too.
misconduct whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
The
know.
way he talks about women is very strange.
No, he always he makes me like very very uncomfy. Now that he's not on like the come
Yeah.
town kind of banner where it's like, all right, you kind of expect that. I don't know. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh God, no, I don't know, dude. I miss his laugh though. I will say, like
He does have a great laugh,
his
of
laugh
course.
always made like Nick's jokes a lot better. And also Adam, like as much as I like both of them, but like Adam is really bad at riffing. He kind of just like kills bits, and like Nick will like try to do it on their
Dude,
podcast.
I think Adam has been great on the Adam Friedland show.
I think the
Like,
show's great. I like
that show is fabulous.
the
And he's
podcast.
good at interviewing. Like, I
Yeah,
really like it.
the podcast. He just like for some reason can't riff at all.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, it's good. They haven't done a new Adam Friedland show for a while, but isn't they're trying to get Ben Shapiro.
They're trying to get some big. That would be incredible. They've had some huge guests.
Oh, dude, the
The
one
fucking
with
Chris Cuomo one is
that's the best one,
maybe
dude.
the best thing I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Well, because Chris Cuomo, like near the end of it, realizes the key to the show is calling him
It's
gay.
just literally, it's just berate Adam for being
Yeah,
gay. He
yeah,
loves being humiliated. It's incredible. It's so weird.
dude. Oh my God, it's so good.
He has a total humiliation kink.
Yeah. The Portnoy one, I think Portnoy is a little bit too dense to really get it. Like he definitely
Yeah,
makes
he's a
fun of
fucking
him,
meathead.
but like
Yeah,
he
but
was
Dave
like,
just makes fun of everyone. Like, that's
yeah,
just kind of his thing. He's never different
yeah.
in
Dude,
any situation.
Don Lemon also said he was like Don Lemon, who was like the CNN anchor, said that
Yeah,
one of his favorite podcasts of the year was the Adam Friedland show.
that's incredible. Well,
Which I
that's the thing,
couldn't-
is because it's not called Cometown, it can kind of get a little bit more mainstream appeal while still
yeah,
being just as fucking insane.
yeah. I still
But
like,
like more art house as well, which I really
yeah,
like.
yeah. The actual show is like pretty fucking cool.
It's
Um,
the vibe is incredible. I love this
yeah,
70s like
the
set.
set, yeah. Dick Cavett, I think they're going for is the
The Dick
guy.
Cavett show, yeah.
Cavett, yeah. Which actually they go for. What was funny is like I think they do that in the first episode, The Last of Us, where they like set up the like the Dick Cat. I don't think it's Dick Cavett, but it's literally the same set. And I looked at it, I'm like, oh my God, did they shoot in the Adam Freeland show set?
That'd be very funny.
So
Maybe.
it was awesome. Like I was like, oh my God, dude. Like literally Ben or not Ben, I was thinking about Ben Shapiro, but Adam and Nick set that up.
Oh yeah.
I'm so ready for the Ben Shapiro. We should do like a live reaction to that show whenever
Mm,
that comes out. That'd be
yeah.
awesome. Have
That'd
that
be
be one of
fun.
our
I didn't know if they can actually get Ben to go on that fucking show, I would be flabbergasted.
well, Adam tweeted out that that was happening. I don't know if I don't
Really,
know.
he's
I
like,
think
we want. They've really got to be playing up the Jew angle. There's no
oh
other way
dude.
they could get him on without like Adam Jewing it the fuck up.
Yeah, thinking like making Ben think that they're gonna be talking about like
Yeah,
Hamas or something,
yeah, probably.
and he's just like he's probably gonna ask him like, so have you not made your wife come ever? I want George Santos on that show too.
That would be fucking amazing. George
That would be
Santos
awesome.
would be fucking
Yeah,
incredible.
well, because George Santos just did that Z-Way show or whatever that
I
one.
didn't. Yeah, I heard about it, but I don't know who the fuck she is.
I don't know who she is, and I also didn't see any clips that I thought were that funny. Like he said like some things that were interesting. Like he was like one of he said something. It wasn't like funny though. I think she was actually like trying to have somewhat of an interview that just like kind of happens to be funny. I don't know because I saw the one clip where he was like, she's like, why do you keep getting invited to stuff? He's like, you guys all love the ratings, you love the content. It's like you're right, but
Yeah.
I think Adam would be much more funny of a host, to like deal with
Dude,
that
what
kind of.
I desperately want is I want Tim Dillon to have George Santos on. That would be fucking special.
Dude, that'd be awesome. Yeah, Adam Freeland, please do announce that Ben Shapiro has agreed to a debate on the
A
Adam Freeland show.
debate. Oh my
Well,
fucking
here's the
god. Are they
thing
gonna have a
too.
lectern?
I don't know. That'd be kind of awesome. The thing is that they pay their guests to come on the show, which is kind of awesome.
Yeah, that is kind
Um,
of badass.
Probably the only reason they can actually get these guys to like, you know, come on there. Um, but I'm gonna look at their Patreon, see how much money they're making. That's our goal is however much they're making, we're gonna make
We
some.
are making $0, and we're not going to be making any more with content like this.
Oh my God. Just talking about other shows you should be listening to.
Yeah, just when the podcast is just us talking about other podcasts.
Dude,
I doubt we're going to be getting too much money coming
there
our way.
was a there was a podcast that was like their whole thing was like reviewing other podcasts. So maybe we can get on there.
Nadav is kind of doing that now.
Oh,
If you
really?
know him,
I
yeah,
don't know.
he's got his own kind of production going.
Yeah. Well, this is our first episode after the new year. Um, so did you have any resolutions you were gonna try and hit?
Um, Not really. I kind of need to come up with them, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'll do something late, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I just my resolution every year, and I say this at this point, like I'm surprised nobody's really called it on me. I'm always like, I want to read more, and I say that 'cause it's like you sound smarter when you say
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I read. Yeah.
So
You're
I
gonna
was like,
read more Sports Digest. That's what you're gonna be reading.
no, I mean I did
More
buy.
Pro Football Reference pages. That's what you're gonna be fucking reading.
Oh my God. I mean I probably will be, especially the Bears have the first overall pick now, which
Oh
is
my god. Yeah.
fucking sick.
Just God, the Panthers. Did you see David Tepper's clearly unhappy with the way things have
Yeah,
transpired as he was
he
throwing a fucking drink onto a
yeah.
Jaguars fan, and he will face zero disciplinary action whatsoever.
Nobody said
So
anything
funny.
about it. Like not the
Yeah.
Panthers, not the NFL,
None
not
of the media
Tepper.
will cover it. It's hilarious.
Which is awesome. I love it, dude. Um,
It shows how much of just frauds that they all are. We all know they're frauds,
oh
but
yeah.
like
Well,
it just rings so true when you
kind of to
see
go
this.
kind of go back to like my reading thing. Like you always hear that like CEOs, and like rich billionaires read like 52 books a year, and it's like, yeah, because they don't have real jobs, you know? Like Tepper just
Yeah.
I don't even know what he made his money off of. I don't think it's like he
I
definitely
have
doesn't have
no
a real
fucking
job though.
idea.
And like he's like the president of the Panthers or whatever.
Who's the owner? He's got all the control. He fired everyone. He's got a quarterback, no picks. He's fucked. No
I
one's going to want to be there because they all know
maybe
he's Dan Snyder 2.0.
mhm. Oh, he was a hedge fund manager. Yeah, so he definitely didn't have a real job.
Yeah, I mean, he was living that fucking sweet Wall Street life.
Hmm. How much did he buy the Panthers for? Like 1 billion?
A couple bill. Probably 3-4 bill.
2.2. Wow.
2.2, that's pretty cheap. When did he buy
Yeah.
it? Like 2017, 18?
Yeah, 2018.
18. Okay.
They have gone 30 and 63 with 6 head coaches,
Yeah,
which is awesome.
they've been atrocious under his ownership.
Oh, apparently he did get fined $300,000 by the NFL for
Wow.
throwing
That'll
the
make it.
yeah. Well, they are just hemorrhaging money, dude. I think they're paying like 3 coaches right now.
They are, yeah. And no one's going to their fucking games because they're god awful. So they have zero revenue stream. Like, who's buying their merch?
Weren't tickets like $5
Yeah. Like,
recently?
yeah, I can see why he's obsessed.
Yeah. Well, he also, I mean, who did was he the one who advocated for the DJ Moore trade or like I assume so. Like that seems like a
Well, I
he
mean,
would
he wanted his fucking quarterback, and he was the
yeah.
one that, all the reports, who knows how true it is, but all the reports are that the coaching staff wanted CJ Stroud because, of course,
Yeah.
they'd say that because CJ's playing well. And, David Tepper vetoed it and said he wanted Bryce Young, and then
Yeah.
fired the coaching staff immediately. He's just fucked right now.
Hmm. Well, and I don't know. It's a really interesting not interesting, but it's just really funny. It's just a really funny like you are the
I mean, it's
worst team.
truly like the worst fleece of all time.
Oh my God, it is the
thus
greatest
far.
trade.
Like it's unbelievable how bad they were fucking pantsed.
It could potentially, I mean, obviously, like we have to see how like history plays out, but like this almost rivals the Herschel Walker trade, and it could surpass it,
Yeah,
depending on what we do with this number one pick.
I know, because if we trade this number one pick like we should, the amount of capital we'll have gotten out of them is just
Hmm.
fucking unprecedented.
Dude, I I'm so excited to see. Well, I'm like excited and nervous as to what we might do with that first overall pick because you and I both think they should keep Fields, and I think most of Chicago, which has
I
actually
don't
been
think
cool to
they're not
see.
getting. I don't believe they're getting rid of Justin. I really don't.
No, I just
I think
I
it's literally it's a narrative that was cooked up by the media. There's
yeah.
tons of photos of like Poles hugging Fields and like backing him and giving him support.
Well,
And he knows how much capital he can get. He knows that this team is like kind of turning a corner a little bit.
mhm.
The entire team has advocated for him, and if they move on from him, there's going to be like a fucking mutiny.
Yeah, and
It's like it's just they can't do it, and everyone always is like the narrative is like, oh, like this is going to be the biggest move of like Ryan Pohl's career. It's like, what if he sticks with Fields and Fields doesn't work out? Well, like what if he drafts another quarterback and that quarterback fucking flops and Fields
mhm,
gets traded and succeeds?
yeah.
That is a much bigger
Well,
risk.
that
Either
is
way, he's going to get fired if it goes wrong. That's just how these things work. So why don't we just commit to building the fucking team?
mhm. That is the
Trending in the
really
right direction.
that's the most annoying part is everybody's going, "Oh, the Bears should draft Caleb Williams and start over and trade Justin Fields." But then it also, in the same breath, people are excited about Justin Fields going to Atlanta or going to
Yeah.
York, for the Jets or whatever. So
I'm
clearly
sorry,
people
guys.
think that he's talented and good, you know?
Caleb Williams has proven nothing. He has not played a single fucking snap in the NFL.
Hmm.
Something about a bird in a bush and a bird in a hand. There's a little quote about that. It's applicable. Stop fucking around with Caleb Williams. It's a stupid fucking narrative. It's a waste of time. It would be proof that the Bears have learned absolutely fucking nothing if
Yeah.
they draft Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams,
It's an indictment to a degree that I would truly have to step away from being a fan of the fucking
mhm.
team. I would not be able to deal with it.
Caleb Williams has all of the same issues that Justin Fields has, and honestly might
And
have
he
them
has like
worse.
shitty character. From
Yeah.
everything I've seen about him, he's seemed awful.
I think his team seemed genuinely happier in their bowl game without him, you
He's a
know?
fucking diva quarterback.
Yeah. I don't
He
know.
gives me Kyler vibes.
I don't
Way
understand how
more
he's,
than Patrick Mahomes. He's like a slower Kyler Murray.
yeah. I, it's so
He's
I
not big. Also, like he's listed
no,
at 6'1". I bet you he's not over 6 feet tall.
no,
Like he's not a big
no,
looking quarterback.
he would never like he could never make that play where Justin Fields almost got brought down
No,
3 times. He's shifty, but he's
no,
not like that,
not even fucking remotely close.
especially not
And
going up against like
He's not
Colorado.
thick or solid like Mahomes.
No,
Everyone tries to compare him to Mahomes. He's not built like Patrick Mahomes.
no.
He's not. He's much
Ugh.
slighter in frame.
Mahomes is much more. He's much stronger. Like he's just a
He
lot
is.
stronger of a guy. Like it's hard to bring down Mahomes too. He's not fast, but he's
No, he's
hard.
strong.
He's shifty and he runs weird and he's hard to bring down.
Yeah.
And that's what you want. Um, I don't know. It just reminds me of the same conversation with Trevor Lawrence 2, 3 years ago now, where Justin Fields was seen as number two, and then obviously he fell, ended up being the fourth quarterback
Fourth.
taken. And Trevor Lawrence was the can't miss prospect number one the whole time, right? But like I don't think we've seen anything from Trevor Lawrence that has been, it people blame Urban
No.
Meyer, but it's been 2 years since he had Urban Meyer as a coach. Like I haven't seen anything that was like can't miss, and it's the same. It's also the same shit with Trevor. Trevor Lawrence's situation is very similar to like Caleb Williams, where it's like you beat up on bad teams and you have receivers who are NFL receivers, and you're playing up, they're going up against guys who will never even sniff, you know, NFL football, even on a practice squad. So it's like, and I know that you could say the same thing about that with fucking Justin Fields, who had to fucking play like Rutgers and shit. But
Yeah,
um, I don't know. We've seen already so much improvement, even just the last few weeks, let alone the last few years from Justin
yeah.
Fields. The team loves
And
him.
dude, how he's handled this fucking media bullshit constantly.
Hmm.
There are not many people that can handle this.
No,
There is no guarantee that Caleb Williams could ever handle the
no,
Chicago
he'd
media
cry to his
market. And
mom.
in fact, I think he has zero shot of handling the Chicago media market. I think he would fold like a card table, like Michael Cronin's card table.
Oh my! Shout out, shout out the
Shout
conversation we
out Big
had.
Mike. You had a piece of shit card table and you lit it on fire. It was cool.
Dude, I want to do that so bad, but I live in fucking Chicago now, so we just have cops at fucking everywhere who would fucking come and arrest my ass for that. That would be
Yeah,
so fun.
it was. It was a good time.
It is,
Good
it
old
is,
days.
it is underrated how fun it is to light shit on fire,
Yeah, well,
you
we
know?
are apes. We are still amused by fire. It's like our
Yeah.
first real invention, like is
Oh, it's
learning how to
so
start
good though,
fucking
dude.
fires on our own.
Yeah.
No shit, it works. We
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I just every time I have a fire and I can just burn, like, obviously put the fire in there, but like I used to put in old homework in there, or
Yeah, just dump it in.
piles of bills or whatever, like you didn't have to pay or whatever. My parents literally have a burn pile. Like they have a pile of things that,
That's such a
taxes or
fucking
whatever.
Midwest
Yeah.
behavior. Such Midwest activity.
Documents or
Just
whatever.
go
Yeah.
don't throw it in the bird pile.
Bro, you
Hey
live in
Andrew,
Florida.
don't throw it in the bird pile.
Dude, you live in Florida now. They like blow everything up down there.
They do on fucking New Year's. They were just blowing shit up constantly. I'm like, God, fucking damn it! There was so much smoke in the fucking air from them just
Yeah.
blowing shit up. It was unbelievable.
What
It
a
literally fucked up the air quality the next day because of how much shit they blew up. We had an air quality warning.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I that's so that is because you're right in Tampa, so it's like that
On
is
Florida
so
redneck activity is yeah.
I can't wait when we play GTA 6. There's just like
It's gonna be
there's a
good.
there's an NPC
So
that
many
looks
great.
like you. It's just this
Oh
dude,
yeah,
this creepy bald guy, who's like driving around a golf cart or whatever. Dude, I
that's
can't
me.
wait. I can't wait to see you in there. It's gonna be so awesome. Hey, your weather today actually seemed pretty not too terrible too. It was like 60, what, 68 degrees today?
It was nice. It was more like 61, 62. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, because Chicago it's 34 right now. It was like 29 when I left this morning. Which is just fucking terrible. And then Orlando right now is 50. Their high today was 63, which is fucking cold as shit. In
Oh
in
yeah.
Florida, like 60 is like cold, bro.
Yeah, it
So
is.
that's
It's definitely different.
because you like the
And I
wind
think
is
it has
different.
something to do with the humidity and like the moisture in the air makes it just
You
feel
know.
colder.
We went to Universal actually 6 years ago. Like this week. We left, I think, on Christmas or excuse me, New Year's Eve, and then spent like New Year's Day through like the 4th in New Year's Eve or excuse me, January 1st through the 4th. We were there for New Year's at Universal Orlando, and this was 2018, and there was actual like it was we made the news, but the weather down there made the news because of how fucking cold it was for Florida. It got into like the 40s in January, and it was something about like the humidity or the weather or whatever. It was
Yeah.
awful. I brought like one or two pairs of pants basically, and I had to wear that the entire time. I remember we went to the parks the first day, and it started off pretty nice. It was like 50 something. It was going to get warmer, and then it completely went the other way. It got super cold. So I literally had to go home and change into sweatpants that I was not planning to wear and had to wear like the rest of our time there in Florida because we didn't look at the weather. We didn't like look ahead. We thought it was going to be
Oh
fun
yeah.
weather, and there's usually like 1 week a year. It's usually like the week of Christmas into New Year's that in at least in Orlando, it's always like cold as shit.
Yeah. It gets cold around here this time of year. I mean, it's not like crazy. It's not
No.
snowing, but it definitely gets a bit chilly. It feels kind of
Yeah.
like fall.
Yeah.
Is really
I
it gets down to like a fall weather,
yeah.
and it's nice. I really enjoy it
I mean, I would
personally.
I would prefer it. I mean, I just had to go clear out my car. I love being in Chicago like in the summer, but fuck, dude, I had to go clear out my car the other day. I just wanted to kill myself, you know. And we it wasn't even the new year yet. It was like December 30th. I almost made it, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking end it all. Like it's
Yeah,
over.
I'm gonna fucking take my life. Just get me in this car. I'm gonna drive it
Oh,
into Lake Michigan and just end it.
dude, it's over for me. I mean, it's fine. Like it snowed for like a day. Here's the thing, it's like it snows now, and then the snow is there for like a day because we're just headed into fucking an apocalypse.
But yeah,
You
your
know.
seasons have gotten pushed back to a really fucked up degree.
Well, I mean that's the thing too, is like it wasn't cold. It didn't start feeling like fall here until like October, and it's supposed to start feeling like that in September.
Yeah,
September is basically everything's been pushed back a month. So,
it doesn't really start snowing till like January.
no,
February is the worst.
yeah. And like March is usually okay, but it usually snows like pretty bad in the beginning. And then,
It'll
by the
snow through March, and you'll get some in fucking April too, and maybe one in May, which is
yeah.
bullshit.
But the thing is, we basically don't get spring or fall anymore. It's basically
No,
just summer and winter. The seasons are you get maybe like I don't know a few weeks in April that are it's 50s, 60s. You know, maybe it's a little rainy or whatever, but for the most part, it's just summer and fall, and then like sometimes like or summer and winter. I mean, and like then sometimes we'll be like, oh, we're getting warmer. It's like no, it's gonna snow today. Like it's just how it
yeah,
goes.
no, you're gonna get fucked.
Um, so. I don't know. It's fun. It's not fun, but I'm excited for. I mean, it's just cold as shit, but like I'm really excited to be finally in the city for like summer stuff. Because Chicago in the summer is so fucking fun, dude.
Oh, it's the best. I love Chicago summers. I do miss them a lot.
It's just so it's there's so much stuff to do. It's easy to get around. Like there's so many bars and fucking places to eat, and you have
Dude,
museums and zoos and ball games and stuff.
I loved fucking driving through the city at night was the best.
Oh yeah.
Fucking like street racing through Lower Wacker was so sketchy, so fucking sketchy, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I've never done that. I'm too scared of getting a ticket, but
Yeah, or crashing your shit. We literally
yeah.
stumbled upon a crashed Audi R8
Oh
just
my
in the
God.
middle of the fucking road.
Yeah.
And we come around a blind fucking corner, and in our lane there's just an Audi R8 smashed into the fucking median with no driver in it,
Mm,
just abandoned.
yeah, that dude's dead. He's done.
That dude was fucking drunk as shit, and he
Yeah.
bailed because he didn't want to get a DUI. So he just abandoned the fucking car.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, I really don't go downtown either. Like, I just don't have any reason to, besides like when I go to work too. So I don't like pay attention to that stuff, I guess. It's cool to go. I mean, like every time I've driven like to a game or whatever, and you drive home and you go like on the highway and shit. It's always really cool just to see the whole skyline. You and I did a
Oh
couple
yeah,
times doing like the two get
go
White
to
Sox
the
games when we went to
Sacks. Go see the Sacks games.
go see the Sox games
The Sacks.
where they made me
Yeah.
want to kill myself, but
Oh yeah. They got our money. They extracted some money from us.
yeah, go off, Jerry. I'm glad you got a couple more bucks because we
I know.
we bought chicken because we were
Because I
hungry.
bought $9 Goose Island bullshit.
I mean, their
Like,
food's good. I don't have any issue like
yeah, they
buying.
were the best chicken tenders I've ever had. Like, definitely worth the $20 I paid for.
Oh, didn't you get a Modelo Tall Boy for like $13 or something?
I think, yeah.
Oh, dude, I spent so much money when I went there over the summer because this was the first time I went to a game in 2022, but I didn't really. I shouldn't say it was the first time I could drink. Like this was the first time that I was like, I'm going here. I'm gonna get fucked up, like with the
Yeah.
intention of it. And yeah, I spent like $60. I got fucked up, but it was just like I was like my bank account hurt the next day.
Yeah.
from it, you
Took
know.
a hit to watch a fucking baseball team put up a lukewarm performance.
Yeah, I think they won, but they were playing the fucking Cardinals, who were just as bad
Yeah,
this year as they were.
they stank.
Yeah, I want to say the Cardinals also lost close to 100 games this year.
That's really bad.
Yeah, the White
Cardinals
Sox,
aren't usually good.
they're usually good. Yeah, they were like thinking they could contend, and then they just didn't.
Wheels fell
uh,
off.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're weird. Cardinals are like kind of cheap, so yeah, they lost 91 games, which is a lot because
That's not good.
they had two MVPs from the year before, basically. They're like
Mm.
MVP candidates. But yeah, the White Sox won 101 games, and you know what they're gonna do this year? They're probably gonna lose more. So not really gonna
They're
go
gonna
to
lose
any of their games.
121 next year.
They honestly could be the worst team in fucking sports history. Like worse than the Pistons, dude. I'm not even joking. Like they have no talent left except for Luis Robert, and they're probably gonna trade Dylan Cease. So they're, you know what? You know how the Pistons just lost like 29 games in a row.
Yeah, I've heard they haven't won a game since what, like October,
They
something like
had
that.
so they just beat
Did
somebody.
they win? Okay.
Yeah, they just beat someone. They just beat the Raptors on Saturday. So, but they
Okay.
hadn't won. They hadn't won, I think, since the season. They were 2-1 when they started. They're 3-29 now.
That is fucking abysmal.
Yeah, that's when
3-29.
that shouldn't happen. Even like this was a team that was trying to win too. Like they gave their coach $80 million. Uh,
That's that's rough.
so yeah, their last win actually before their losing streak was against the Bulls.
Of course it was. The fucking Bulls are a
Yeah,
joke.
but then the Bulls did beat them during the losing streak, so like
Yeah.
at least they weren't part of that.
They
But
redeemed themselves.
yeah, I mean, like it's just that's really hard, especially with like all of the rest that star players get now and everything like that. The load management stuff. That's insane to lose 29 games in a row. You can lose like I mean, bad teams will lose like upwards of 10, 15 in a row. Like even like the Sixers that went like 10 and like 60 10 and 72 or whatever, I think.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
never they never lost that many games in a row. I want to say
That
there's like this is 1072. Yeah, I mean like
that is abysmal.
yeah. That was I don't did they might have oh, Embiid played that year.
Ooh.
Oh wait, no. He did not play that year. Yeah, Embiid had a really weird start to his career. He didn't like play the first 2 years of his career at all. 'Cause he's got weird feet, I think. I don't know. Embiid's kind of weird. But,
He is somewhat strange. He's
you
very
know,
good, but he's
yeah.
probably going to be one of those guys that's never going to win a fucking ring,
No,
despite being very good.
yeah, I agree with you. I think he's gonna always be on the precipice, like kind of like Blake Griffin. Like not he's
Yeah.
better than Blake Griffin, but like Blake Griffin, like was always really good, but like fell apart kind of in the playoffs. And I think that's gonna be Embiid. James Harden too. James Harden and him being teammates were kind of funny because they're both big chokers.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah,
for like a year
dude.
and a half.
James Harden is one of the most fascinating men in all of sports. Yeah, like the amount of money he spends at strip clubs is
Mhm.
remarkable.
Well, what's funny is too, like
Just,
what's funny is how much money he's given up the last like few years for like
I
basically no
know
reason.
he's gonna be so fucking broke.
Oh, dude, what he's done.
There's no way this dude's not gonna be penniless like
Mhm.
3 years out of the league.
Well, yeah,
Unless he's like gets into fucking movies or TV, he's gonna
yeah,
be broke as
yeah.
shit.
If he doesn't have like a constant revenue stream,
Yeah.
because he
He
doesn't have
needs money. He
shoes.
needs to be making money all the time. The way he
Yeah,
lives, he cannot afford to just not make money anymore.
yeah. Well, because he doesn't like have a shoe line. I don't know if he has any other. I mean, he does like some sort of you know, uh, celebrity product, pimping or whatever, but. I don't know. Like he doesn't have like, like LeBron has his hands in all this shit, right? Like he's got
Oh
the
yeah.
obviously he's got his own shoe deal, but he owned a part. I think LeBron owns a part of Apple now. Um Well, because he
He's
owned a
a
part.
shareholder. Yeah, you can
Well,
buy
I
stock.
okay, but like I think he owned. I don't remember exactly, but LeBron owned a good chunk of Dr. Dre headphones, like the
Beats
company,
by
and then
Dre.
yeah,
Yeah.
he and then they got bought by Apple. So he either made a lot of money from that, or he owns a good part of Apple stock. Um,
Hmm.
he also like owns a part of Blaze Pizza, I think, that chain.
Oh yeah, I've been to. I think there was one down at ISU.
Yep, right by
I went to a
Chipotle.
couple. Yeah, I went there a couple times.
I went there once. I like Mod Pizza a lot better. So
Mod is definitely better. Yeah.
yeah, Blaze Pizza to me feels little Caesar-y. I think it's the same colors, I think, is what does it for me. They're basically the same colors.
Yeah, they're basically the same shit.
Yeah. So I Mod Pizza is just a lot better. Like they you can actually see them like cooking it there too. I don't remember where they put it for Blaze, but I feel like you can't see it.
I think they have a more traditional like oven,
Yeah.
whereas like the mod one is
Like
like I
fire.
think maybe like a brick oven. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's a brick oven.
Maybe that's just bullshit. But I thought it was a brick oven.
I think it's a brick oven. They have like a guy who has like that little stick thing,
The
not the little
paddle,
the paddle, which that you see that, your fucking pizza's gonna fucking taste
yeah,
great,
it's gonna fucking hit
or at least
hard.
cook great. Yeah. So I like Mod Pizza. I haven't been to Mod Pizza in years now. There's one
I
right by
haven't been
my
to one
house.
since I was in Illinois. I've not
Yeah.
been to one.
Yeah. Yeah, that one pizza place we went to by your house was really awesome. I really enjoyed that place, but I don't think we got regular pizza. I think we got
I'm
like
trying to
margarita or
remember.
something. It was by that arcade that we went to. We sat outside,
Okay, what the
drove
fuck?
your golf cart to it. It
Oh yeah.
was
Now I
pretty
gotcha,
awesome.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes, that is, what the fuck's that place? Jack Polino's. Yeah, that's what that
Is that
place is
what it
called.
is? I can remember.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
driving
pretty
around the
good.
golf cart is like it's one of the things I never knew I needed so much in my life before that
Yeah,
trip.
it's pretty underrated. It's fun as fuck. I let you drive the cart, right?
I think at one point, yeah. I think
Yeah,
probably the
I let you
last
take it
day.
for a fucking spin.
Yeah, I think we
It's a
drove.
fucking hoot.
I think on the way back, we went to some restaurant the last day that I was there for lunch that it was like somebody's house had been converted into a restaurant and we sat outside. It was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome. And I think I drove back to your house.
Oh
Um
yeah, that sounds about
maybe
right.
to your parents' house or something.
Yeah.
So fun, dude. I used to play golf and when I was younger, when I was, like 8 years old, and I always wanted to drive a golf cart, but I didn't play,
Yeah.
when I was 16. So I just large part of my life, now that I just could have been driving a
No
golf
golf.
cart,
Yeah.
but I never did just because I wasn't playing golf or anything. Um, and like I always that's like honestly one of the main reasons I would want to get back into golf, even though it's so fucking expensive, and I'm not good at it, where it's like I just want to drive a fucking golf cart, you know.
You just want to get ripped up on Mai Tais and drive around in a golf cart.
Oh, that sounds awesome, dude. You're telling me
Yeah.
that doesn't sound awesome?
Uh, I'm not a golfist personally, but I would maybe try.
No, I'm not even
I have never played like a real game of golf in my life.
I've not played the full 18 holes or whatever.
No, I've never played fucking 6 holes on a real course. The most I played is like golf in fucking gym class or
Mhm.
mini golf. Like that is it.
Well, we used to where I would go and do my golf lessons at. It was like 3 holes that you could do. You could do like this little like junior course. So we would do
Hmm.
that. But I never did like the full 18 holes or anything like that.
Okay.
I don't know if guys even really do that. I don't know if they just play nine or whatever. What
I
I
think
know
most people.
for
If I was gonna play, it would not be playing 18. I'd be playing 9. Like
yeah.
there's no fucking way you're getting me through
Dude,
18 goddamn holes.
we should just fucking go out and just like be a bunch
You
of
go to a
assholes,
golf course, I guess.
yeah,
You know, you get
try to
fucking
be
ripped up.
um yeah, just like get ripped up and just like be a bunch
Just
of
be
assholes.
stoned out of my fucking
Yeah.
mind trying to play golf.
Fucking Happy Gilmore ass.
Yeah,
Fucking,
that'd be
uh
fun.
yeah,
Give it a
dude.
try.
Yeah, I mean like it's just one of those things. Like if I had the money and I just didn't, it'd be like a fun thing to like you're outside, you're working out kind of, like you
Kind
know,
of. If Trump's playing it, you're not working out.
no.
He has been as
What's his
against working out as anyone ever. Like he's vocally anti working out. He believes it
yeah.
will make you kill
Have
yourself,
you seen that picture
die
of him?
sooner.
He also is sober as fuck too, which is always like
Yeah,
really depressing to
define
hear.
sober. Like he's definitely geeked up on prescription meds,
Oh
but like
yeah, but he
he
doesn't
doesn't
do
drink and he
no,
doesn't like do anything else. He doesn't do cocaine or any of that
no.
bullshit. It's just he's a prescription druggie. That's what he likes.
Yeah. Well, no, he's definitely doing like whatever
I'm sure they
drug.
had him geeked up on Adderall. That's my guess.
Yeah, something like that. Something to get him to focus. Look at that. Look at that ass, dude.
Oh,
We're
that
looking
is
at
disgusting.
we're looking at the picture of Donald Trump playing tennis where his like butt is fucking
Dude,
gigantic.
you can see his like tighty whities through his white
Yeah.
shorts.
It looks like fucking a
It's
diaper.
not good. It's really not good.
I like to stand like him sometimes where
With
he's
his
like
weird posture. I think that's because he has lifts. I think it's because he
Oh
wears shoe
yeah.
lifts,
Yeah.
and so it's got posture all kinds of fucked up, leaned over, weird. DeSantis has some crazy lifts. Did you see how many articles that were written about Ron DeSantis's shoe lifts?
Oh, dude, his shoes are
It
fucking
was like there was a fucking media storm where there was like
yeah.
fucking 15 articles about it.
Well, they
Like,
like
what is going
they
on?
you can tell that like his
Targeted
shoes are
attack.
like curved weird, you know. Yeah,
They're all kinds of fucked up.
are you talking about a targeted ad like Jason
Uh,
Whitlock?
yeah, something like that. But it's a targeted attack, not just
I
an ad.
I read this tweet to you, but you have to fucking see it. Like now that I'm showing you this, the
Oh my,
Jason Whitlock. I'm looking at NFL standings on
yeah, I know this
ESPN.com.
game.
This is the ad running above the standings. How's this possible? Appropriate. And the ad is balls deep inside of me is a great way to spend your birthday. It's like funny decorations. It's like definitely he searched that in his Google, you
Yeah, it's
know.
not, bro. What the fuck? Old man does not understand how the internet works.
Old man yells at cloud.
Yeah,
There's a video of him talk of DeSantis talking to a child or somebody, and it's
he's
super
just a
funny.
creepy little fuck.
It's probably my other account. I can go through my likes real quick and see if I can find it. Yeah, I mean he's your
Bro,
governor,
what the?
dude.
Yeah, he is my governor. The goat, I guess. Even though he's got ridiculous, stupid fucking shoes and is just annoying.
He's like 5'7", I think,
He has
too.
such hallway monitor energy that I just
Oh yeah.
don't like.
The
Uh,
left wants you to think you have no rights.
yeah, but dude, what the fuck do you think they're gonna do about Biden? There's no way they can get that guy to fucking run. He's gonna get his ass blasted if they try and
Dude,
run him.
I don't know. I don't I think they're gonna do the same thing they did in 2020 where they force him to run
I
because
think they're trying to like shoehorn Nikki Haley in there. I've heard
Nikki Haley's
something about that.
not she's not a Democrat, I thought.
She's a weird fuck. I don't know what she is.
Well, the Democrats are not. I
She's a
mean, like,
United Nations like representative.
yeah, Nikki Haley's Republican, so she's gonna try and get the Republican nomination. I mean, like, I with the whole Democratic thing, it's like I just think they're gonna force, just like they did in 2020, they're gonna force his fucking corpse. Oh,
There's no way.
super low.
They're gonna lose.
No, they are because you
You
at least
cannot put that guy forward.
you
He
had the
cannot be your
argument
candidate.
you had the argument in 2020, that he was the centrist option,
He
the
was.
Obama administration, the
He's
good thing
literally
came
been
back.
worse than Trump. And I
No,
say that as no supporter of Trump. He
no.
has been absolutely worse than Trump.
Oh, dude,
And
he's
that's
just
fucking insane. That is insane to think
it's
that,
just
that
fucking
someone could be worse than Trump, but it's very true. Actually, Bush was worse than Trump as well.
oh yeah.
It's just Trump was a douchebag on Twitter, so everyone was so sour about it.
Yeah.
But dude, Bush was horrendous as well.
Did you see people get mad because Green Day said like no Trump or whatever in their song and they were like, "Oh, Green Day woke," and they were singing a song about American Idiot, which was like literally when it came out was a song about hating George Bush.
Yeah,
Ugh. But
yeah,
you
no,
gotta see this video of fucking DeSantis talking to this child, or I
he's
think it's a
such a
woman.
creep.
But like somebody said he stands there and he looks at you like he's like how a velociraptor would look at you.
Yeah, he just
And
has a cold reptilian gaze. He
yeah,
doesn't move. That's so freakish.
I don't know. I don't think like I don't think they're gonna run anybody else because he's the incumbent. Um, and
Bruh, they're going to lose.
yeah, he shouldn't. He's fucking 81 years old now.
He is has dementia,
Yeah.
and it's pretty clear that he's corrupt as fuck.
Hmm.
And they've suppressed tons of shit. Remember that also, like, he sexually harassed someone and they made that go away.
Yeah. Well, it's
Like,
fine because
he's
he's
a
a
he's a
Democrat.
piece of shit. He's not a good guy, but at this point, he doesn't even know who the fuck he is anymore.
No.
It's
Well,
just it's sad to see that they're
I
doing this to
think,
this man,
I think,
even though he's a bad guy. Like,
mhm.
what the fuck? The guy doesn't know where he is.
Yeah. I mean, I think Felix from Chapo Trap House said this where it's like there is kind of like a grim sort of humor in the fact that this guy wanted nothing but to be president his whole career, and now he got to that point he won't remember any of it.
Yeah, it's really funny.
It's
Yeah,
morbid, but it's also just like, as somebody who was promised that his debt would be canceled, in terms of fucking loans, and we were all promised money from this dude and all
dude.
this shit, and he's just done nothing. And like, all this shit is just getting worse, and fucking Clarence Thomas just gets to run the court and all this shit, who he put on when he was a senator, you know.
Dude, Joe Biden's life reads like a fucking Camus novel. It reads like fucking French absurdism just brought to life.
Well,
It's
it's
fucking
just,
insane.
yeah, he has had some really awful things that happened to him that he
Yeah,
lost
horrific
on.
shit.
He had a brain aneurysm, I think, when he was in his 50s.
Yeah.
Which I don't, that doesn't,
One of his sons died young from like cancer.
yeah,
The other one's a crack addict
yeah. Hunter's,
who's a
I,
criminal in the Ukraine, and
yeah,
clearly his father is involved as well.
I hope that they run, honestly, for 2024, I hope they run Hunter. That would be awesome.
That would be fucking amazing. That would be so good. Dude, having our first crackhead president would
Oh,
be
dude.
unreal.
We had our first black president. We had our first uh female, vice president. Now we can have our first crack president. Crack baby.
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome
That
to
would
have a
be
cracked out
idiocracy.
president.
It would literally just
Yeah,
be, it would be basically idiocracy. Have you seen that movie?
yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, yeah, I like that movie a lot.
Classic.
It's pretty good. Oh my
So
God.
true, man. It's just so true.
Oh,
That's what
it,
every dude says when they watch that movie. They're just like, "Yeah,
yeah.
man, I'm definitely not the guy that's depicted in that movie.
Yeah, Luke
I'm
Wilson.
definitely I'm definitely the smart one.
Yeah. Ugh.
I'm definitely
I'd
not
be
the idiot
I'd be the
that I
guy
am.
I'd be the guy at the
That I
opening.
definitely fucking am."
I'd be the couple that would, we're choosing not to have kids,
Yeah,
let all the other idiots do it. Um, but dude, I need to rewatch The Other Guys soon. That movie fucking rocks.
never seen it.
Oh, we gotta watch it. I don't even want to. I was about to say a quote, but like I need you next time. If you next time I'm in Florida or whatever, like when I see you, whatever, like we'll have to watch it, dude.
All
Maybe
right,
maybe when we go on you come up for a little Universal Day.
fucking voyage. Yeah,
We'll have to watch it. It's so good, dude. I don't even really like Mark Wahlberg anymore, but it's just like
yeah.
it's when Mark Wahlberg was like kind of enjoyable as an actor. You have a lot of other funny guys. Like, I mean, Will Ferrell's in it, obviously, but like you have like Steve Coogan and Michael Keaton and
Mm,
Bobby Cannavale and like all these guys are in it. I don't want to spoil anymore, but the other guys is awesome, dude.
all
Uh,
right.
all right, we're getting close to an hour. Last NFL picks of the season, unless we want to do
Ooh,
playoffs. But I think we should just end it here. Just end it. I don't want to do
yeah.
picks anymore. I don't think.
Just say fuck these picks.
Yeah, we'll
Fuck
just
them picks. We're the LA Rams
yeah
of podcasts.
yeah we'll just say like who we think's gonna win the Super Bowl, and not necessarily do um
Yeah.
like every week. Um, but
I
yeah,
mean,
all
we
right.
already did pick, didn't we? Like at the start of the year, we made predictions.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and find. I have like a sheet of paper with those. I'll have to
It's
go
probably
back.
gonna be fucking quite wrong, but mine was just for shits and giggles.
I think yours was the Jaguars.
Mine was Eagles Jags, and I think I said
Yeah,
I had the Eagles winning,
yeah.
which
I
probably
had
won't happen.
I had Bengals Niners, and the Bengals are not making the playoffs. I still think the
No,
49ers
but dude,
could
these
win.
fucking Browns, what the fuck? Joe
Dude,
Flacco, oh my god. They're definitely gonna bounce the Ravens, and it's gonna be very funny.
what if Joe Flacco goes on another 2012 tear?
He might, dude. Can you imagine if Joe fucking Flacco is the guy that gets the Cleveland Browns their Super Bowl ring
I would
with
love nothing
John
more.
Watson just like
Yeah.
there, just being paid millions and
Well,
millions of
I
dollars to
I would
sit
love
ass?
yeah, you have like this Carson Wentz, Nick Foles
Oh,
situation with
fucking
a sex
Joe
criminal.
Flacco just comes in and
Yeah,
wins another ring. Like what the
yeah.
fuck?
It'd be so awesome. Um,
Flacking off in the playoffs. We got it.
dude, the Bengals are eliminated from playoff contention. That sucks. But yeah, that'd
Oh
be
yeah.
awesome. That would be so funny. I'm kind of rooting for it just because also it would
That's
make
the chaos
Deshaun,
pick. I would love it. It
yeah,
would be so much fun.
it would make Deshaun look so much worse.
He looks like shit. He looks so bad right now.
Uh, so I don't know. I would love nothing more.
It'd be
Um,
very funny.
yeah. Okay. I'm gonna change one of the games real quick because I had Browns Bengals, but now that that's not even, playoff contention, I'm gonna switch it to something else more interesting. But I think there's only a couple games that have like any sort of playoff. Okay.
Implication.
Yeah, left. Which is it's kind of sad that we're already at the end of the season, but you know, I don't know. I'll keep it. Whatever. Fuck it. All right, Ravens Steelers.
Oh man. I guess the Ravens will win it.
All right, I will go with the Steelers because they need this to get in the playoffs.
They do,
Uh,
but they suck.
yeah.
They're
Brown. Oop,
I don't know.
yeah. Browns Bang. Well, Mason Rudolph's been okay. Uh, Browns Bengals.
Browns.
Yeah, I'll go with Browns too. Rams 49ers.
Ooh, I'm gonna take the fucking Rams, actually.
I'll
They
take the
need it
Rams.
to get in the
Yeah.
playoffs, right?
Yeah, and the Niners already have the number one seed locked up, so they're not
Yeah,
going to really be playing anyone.
yeah.
They
So
they're a team that like probably shouldn't play fucking anyone that last game just because they're all so prone to injury that it's like
yeah.
there's the argument of like, all right, well you have the week off, so you don't want to be like that.
Dude, you know they're gonna fucking fall apart. It always happens. It's just
Yeah,
how is it gonna happen this year?
yeah. Well, you said at the beginning of the season, Sisyphus tale, man.
Yeah, they are Sisyphus
You know,
of the NFL.
rolling that fucking thing up the hill.
The boulder up to the fucking top of the hill just to roll them over once
Yeah.
again.
This is a pretty interesting one. This might be for the division. Texans Colts.
Ooh. I cannot believe the Colts have been doing this well with fucking Gardner
Oh,
Minshew.
dude, I love it. I
Anthony
love Gardner.
Richardson has been out since like week 3,
Hmm.
and it's just been the Gardner show all fucking year.
Hmm.
Man, I'll give it to the fucking Colts. Why not?
All right, I'll go Texans just for fun. Texans.
Texans are probably the better team, but you
Yeah.
know, whatever.
And then I think this one's for the division too, but I think the Bills need this win to get in the playoffs, and then the
They're
Dolphins already are in the playoffs. So Bills Dolphins,
yeah, we're gonna say Bills.
Bills. I'll go with the Bills too. I think
Dolphins just got fucking routed by Baltimore
yeah.
in a bad fashion, and the Bills need it. The
Hmm.
Bills have what 10 wins?
Yeah, they're 10-6, I think, which
Yeah,
now we have the extra game,
this
so they're
might
still
be the
playing.
Bills. This actually might be the Bills' year. Like this is what they need to be a fucking wild card team and then go on a little bit of a run.
Hmm. They've been
Like
yeah, I
they
mean,
might be able to do it because like everyone's forgotten about the Bills. It feels
mhm,
like the pressure's kind of off them a little bit, and they
yeah.
might be able to thrive under these circumstances.
Hmm.
Who
Yeah,
knows though?
they
We've
they've
been
been
burned before.
they've been on a tear recently, and
Yeah.
Josh Allen's been playing really well.
And those are the teams
Um,
that are dangerous. Are the ones that like get hot late. And the Chiefs are kind of floundering. They're
they're
not
winning
too
close
great.
games too, which
Yeah,
is pretty.
we're gonna have to play a road playoff game, which we've never seen Mahomes do. So
Yeah, that's gonna be fun, dude.
that'll be
But that's only if
interesting.
they make it through the first round.
Yeah,
There is a chance that they lose,
they could.
especially with Matt Nagy as their fucking coordinator. You know, so I was gonna try and look and see how you ended in fantasy to see.
Oh God,
I want to see where
with
you ended up.
literally doing nothing all fucking year.
Yeah, you were in the playoffs, and we also didn't have that many players, but
So
it was a
funny.
good experiment. You almost won too, which is really funny.
It's just that just proves that fantasy football is doesn't
It's
work.
bullshit.
It's
I
total
so
bullshit. You're just making a fool of yourself.
I won. Yeah, it's fun to like play with your friends, but you shouldn't get that invested into it. I won
No.
all three of my playoff games. I won my championship in not in this one, but in the other one that
Mm,
uh that I was in. So I won $150, which is pretty sick. But
that's pretty good.
actually I didn't, if the government's listening, I didn't win that much money. But
You know.
no, so I won each week by like the first week I think I won by like 4 points on literally I won because of Jackson Smith and Jigba's catch at the end of the Monday Night Football game. Like
Yeah.
I won last second. Like I was down by like 6 points and I went up by like that got me like 10 points. And then the next week I think I won by like 4 points. And then the next week I literally beat my roommate by like point 0.6. Like it was like
That's pretty brutal.
146.78 to 146.12. So it was like really, really funny how that ended up.
Wow.
Um, but I won money and I'll take it. I'm not gonna complain.
Fuck no.
So next year I'm gonna do fucking terrible. That's how fantasy
Probably
works.
that's how it works. Yeah.
So
I mean, my fantasy team, I was starting injured players for
yeah,
weeks on end.
I
For
I
like
meant
10 weeks,
yeah.
I fucking started an injured player. Like,
Let's see. I started talking about myself and I forgot about your shit. But let's see if I can find your. If I go to league, I can find your team. Yeah. So we had. So where'd you go? Where are you at? I mean, you scored a lot of points even. So the last week you had Jalen Hurts as your quarterback. Ramondre Stevenson was your running back, and he got you 0 points.
God, again, these were my fucking
Yeah.
starters week one.
Amari Cooper was out. J.K. Dobbins was out. Uh, so you had guys on your bench that would have done well for you if you had, used them. But
Of
Chris
course.
Godwin,
And I
uh,
came in second place.
yeah.
I came in
Well, you,
second place
in
in
the
fantasy,
division,
in
yeah.
the division, of
You were
course.
7-7. Let's see if we can go. Can we?
That's so funny. Perfectly 500 starting injured players week in and week out
Yeah, it was a
without
complete
zero with zero fucking maintenance.
dude. Literally just like I don't know.
500.
Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to find like
That's
the
a feat, man.
playoffs. I'm trying to find the play. I don't know why I can't find the actual like playoff thing, but you like it was very, very close between you and whoever you were going up against, who you lost to. You had again multiple players who just weren't playing. I thought about going into your account multiple times just to like kind of do it.
Fuck with shit and then yeah,
Yeah, just to have
make
like another fun team to like kind of
yeah.
mess around with, but I never ended up doing it because I was like, whatever, it doesn't matter. I had two teams I had to take care of myself, so I was like, I whatever, you know.
Fucking just let that team ride and it worked. It was a good experiment.
Yeah.
And anyone that
Fantasy
lost to me should feel bad.
fantasy yeah.
You
Fantasy
should feel very bad.
also I think I might have lost or I came close to you losing to you one time. Remember we played against
Yeah.
each other. I actually tried in that league a little bit, but yeah, it's fantasy is one of those things where it's like I have fun with it. CD Lamb has been on my team for 2 years. He's been just a baller both years.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's like I saw a tweet where it's like I didn't play fantasy football for 4 years, and those were the best 4 years of my life. And it's like he was playing again. It's like this sucks, dude, because it's like not only it's like you have like this weird double entendre every game where it's like, I was literally watching Justin Fields on Sunday and I was rooting for him, but my fucking roommate who I was up against for these $150, right? Like he had Justin Fields as his starting quarterback. So it's like I'm like, oh, I want him to do well, but I don't want him to do that well. Like you know what I mean? Like, which is
That's
bullshit.
just
It's
fucking
stupid.
stupid as fuck.
Yeah. So I was like, at the end of the day, I was like, all right, I don't care how many. If Justin goes off for 40 points today, I'm gonna be okay. Like I'll be okay because that means that, we have a quarterback, that people,
Yeah,
can rely on, is good, actually tries to get an offense working.
he's
So
our guy.
he's him with a one.
Him.
All right. Well, it's nice. Been a nice first episode of 2024. People said we couldn't do it. We wouldn't do it. We wouldn't make 2 calendar years, Jake, for our podcast.
Oh,
We did
ha
it.
ha 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 ha. That's very fucking incredible content.
Yeah, I don't even know what episode we're at anymore. I think we're
Who
close to
fucking
20.
knows?
Yeah. We're just doing it for fun, for shits and gigs. But if you want to support us, you can follow us on at CTE Town on things, and share this podcast with your friends. You haven't made it this far into the podcast, but if you have, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Um,
thanks, listeners that aren't here.
yeah, we'll get those someday. We'll get listeners someday. But for the meantime, Happy New Year. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon. Bye.